And I think that everybody's mind, regardless of whether you're a writer or an artist or whatever, we are hardwired to create order out of chaos. I mean, think about it. When we look at anything, we're not actually seeing a desk lamp or a laptop. We're seeing light rays bouncing off of objects. And our brain has to put those light rays together and show us form and
Yeah.
color. When we read, words on a page, we don't actually hear the words in our head. Our minds are taking those little symbols and saying, okay, this is what an A sounds like. This is what a B sounds like. Put it in a word. But it happens so fast that we don't think that we are taking nonsense, basically, and turning it into sense and turning it into order. And I think that we do that with dreams. We do that with pretty much everything that we do. And if we can just recognize that, then we can give ourselves our brains permission to assemble anything. If you
Mm.
ask, I like to ask my brain questions all the time. And what I found that's really useful and important is that you want to ask your brain questions without pressuring your brain to provide the answers. Like, this is something I want answered. This is something that I'm not sure about. I don't know how to approach this article. I don't know what to, whether I should go to this college or whether I should work for a year or go abroad. I don't know these things. Don't try to like immediately get the answer, because it's not going to come that way. But once
Mm.
your brain knows that you have this issue and this problem, this not dichotomy, but dissonance, I guess you could
Dissonance.
say.
Yeah. Hmm.
Dissonance, right. Your brain is uncomfortable with chaos. Your brain is uncomfortable with dissonance. It wants to put it together. So if you let your brain have the chance to put things together, it will put it together. It can't help it. It's the way it's hardwired. And sooner or later, like a day later, a week later, you'll be doing something totally different, watching TV, doing dishes, when boom, something happens and something pops in your head and you think, oh, that's like a possible solution or an answer to the problem that I had. And at that time, you want to train yourself to write it down or record it or do something so you remember what you were thinking
Yeah.
about. Um, Isaac Asimov had an article. I read it in elementary school, and it's weird that it stuck in my head this long. He called it the Eureka Phenomenon. He was a scientist, he was a writer, and he said that I come across problems that I can't solve all the time. And when that happens, I make sure to have the question firmly in my head, and then I go to the movies and I watch a movie. And it can't be a movie like an Oscar award winning, very highly cerebral thing. It has to be something I have no need to think about. It's like a big action packed thing or something,
Yeah.
or a bad movie, honestly, or a comedy or something that's light. And it immediately takes my brain out of, consciously thinking about the problem, but then my unconscious can get to work on it. And almost immediately after I'm done with the movie, I have the answer. And he kind of expects that to happen. So he's prepared to record it or do whatever. But he doesn't put pressure on himself to come up with it because he has the confidence that his brain will put that answer together. And after a while, I had the confidence that my brain would put answers together. It was not easy to get to that point, to give myself permission to have that confidence, or to give my brain permission to have the time to do that. But you really do want to be kind and patient with yourself.